Hello dear friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina, and here on my channel I talk about fragrances. In today's video I'm going to be talking about two new releases from the house of Guerlain. We're going to talk about the new perfume Cherry Oud and another one, Oud Nude. There is a third fragrance from this line with the name Coal Oud or Oud Coal, something like that. Unfortunately, I don't have this fragrance in a tester and I didn't try it yet, so I'm going to talk about the new releases. I received these small testers with my recent order from the house of Guerlain. I ordered the limited edition of Shalimar Millésime Tonka, and I did the first impression video on my channel. If you're interested, please have a look. And today we are going to talk about these two fragrances. If you're interested, please stay with me. I'm going to start with the Cherry Oud, and so this is on this hand. Cherry Oud. Delphine Jelk is the nose behind of this fragrance. The top notes are cherry, obviously, and fruity notes. In the middle, Turkish rose and Bulgarian rose. In the base, leather and oud, obviously. This fragrance is noted as leathery, oudy, woody fragrance. And I would say in the opening, what are my first impressions? I tested these perfumes within 2-3 last days, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts about this one. So it's kind of first impression mixed with a little bit of experience of couple of days of this fragrance. So in the opening, it is quite strict woody touch, woody touch. I would say the opening is quite harsh with a woody touch, but from the distance I can for a couple of seconds detect a strong touch of really dark red rose, opulent and rich rose. This richness of the rose coupled with strong leathery nuances. So leather, it is a quite heavy, thick leather that I detect here in the opening. So woody touch, a little bit of rose, opulent rich rose, and leathery touch, strong leathery touch. As the fragrance dries down, the cherry comes out, and I can detect the very rich, opulent, very ripe, aromatic cherry. Not sweet, not overwhelmingly sweet, with a little fruity touch. The fragrance dries down, in my opinion, quite quickly, so the first impression, the notes in the opening disappear quite quickly. And in the dry down, the fragrance gets powdery, in my opinion, in my eyes. It gets powdery and becomes more tender. So of course this fragrance is unisex. Both men and women can wear this fragrance without any questions. But for my taste, this fragrance goes more in a feminine direction. So it is a feminine fragrance. Well, with a feminine touch, because of this powdery note, because of this powdery tendency of this aromatic cherry. Well, cherry, you know, it has this feminine nuances to it. Quite pleasant, but I'm not a huge fan of the strong woody fragrances. So if I had, let's say, 20 milliliters of this fragrance, I would definitely wear it. For my taste, this is definitely an evening wear fragrance and more for the colder days, a winter fragrance. I can't imagine wearing something like that during the summer. So autumn, winter fragrance with this opulent richness of oud and cherry. interesting fragrance. It's not linear, it has nuances, it works differently on my skin and differently on men's skin. So next fragrance that I would like to talk about is Oud Nude by the house of Guerlain. Delphine Jelk as well as the perfume maker behind this fragrance. Oh, the opening is amazing in this fragrance. It's just, oh. So what are the notes listed here? Bourbon vanilla, oud, almond, raspberry, sandalwood, cedar and rose. The opening is quite fruity. It's like a mixture of exotic fruits that are before you, and you have this sweetness, this fruity sweetness, this opulence and ripe fruits, different a mixture of fruits. In the opening, for my taste, very ripe fruit, sweet. And then this first impression disappears and the oud becomes very prominent. It's like a oudy solo that we hear in this fragrance. Oud and woody touch, the richness and creaminess of sandalwood. I can also detect bitterness of almond and opulent and like cloudy. It's like a bubble of vanilla. Vanilla here is not sweet. It's nothing of the pastry or of something like that. It's not a sweet girly touch. It's a very luxurious, opulent and rich vanilla, strong and strict, if you know what I mean. As the fragrance dries down, I can detect some aromatic raspberry touch here. Also not sweet, not overwhelmingly raspberry touch. It's not a chemical raspberry like the plastic raspberry that you sometimes detect in cheaper fragrances. If I'm honest, I don't detect too much of the rose here, so for me it is woody fragrance with vanilla and raspberry touch and bitterness of almond. It is a nutty fragrance as well. So for my taste, this fragrance goes more in a masculine direction, although it is a unisex fragrance. And if I'm honest, I would more prefer the cherry oud because it is more to my likeness. It is more feminine, it is more powdery. The Oud Nude is too much of oudiness to my nose, but this is only my impression. So for my taste, it goes more in a masculine direction. And this fragrance is also rich, opulent, and not linear. It has its nuances, its aspects. It is also for my taste, a winter fragrance. Winter fragrance and evening wear fragrance. So, and please check out my beautiful flowers. Recently I got a promotion from my work, and that was the sign of attention. Very special bouquet. I'm very happy having it, so I wanted to share with you these beautiful flowers in this video. This is what I wanted to say about the new releases from the house of Guerlain. I hope it was interesting for you. I thank you for your attention. If you want to share with me your opinion about these fragrances, if you tried them, please do so. I always like reading your comments. I thank you for your subscription. And I see you in the next video. Thank you and bye-bye.